What are your first impressions of this very honest and frank exchange of views? So what is the outcome for you as an MEP of this meeting? Do you think it would be useful in your work with Iran and settlement in the Middle East for Syria?
I think it's an important step, having the foreign minister here and being very frank. It's been a frank discussion from both ways, the issues which are there to be dealt with. So I suppose it's a start of a longer journey which we need to travel together in order to ensure we have stability in the Middle East.
What do you think Iran can do? Because the Syria, of course, was an apple of disaccord. So the major issue was that how they can influence the situation in Syria in a positive way.
I think this is the key bit. There's no doubt that Iran has an influence in the whole Middle East, but what they need to make sure is that their influence is positive. They need to really pile the pressure on Assad. It's no good offering to deal with the secondary cancer, which is the Daesh. Primary cancer is Assad's regime. So this is where they need to pile the pressure in order to solve the problem.
Do you think you would accept his answer? Because he answered to your statement that Assad regime is admitted by United Nations and it's official regime, so they work with what is chosen by our Syrian people.
Well, that's right, but so was the Iranian regime under Shah. That was a legitimate government as well, but they themselves rebelled. Same thing is happening in Syria. The people of Syria do not want this government, and that's why we've got millions of refugees. More than 250,000 people have been killed. That is enough. Enough is enough.
But you can't deny the fact that it's very difficult to determine who is really in opposition, I mean constructive opposition, and who are people who are disguising an opposition, but basically they are very destructive forces, also who are trying to confuse into this process.
That's right, but longer this dispute carries on, the more the suffering there is, more fragmentation there's going to be. So that's why all of us within the Syria and the region players and the international rest of the community all need to pile the pressure together, work together to find that solution.
What do you think about Russian bombardment in Syria?
It's appalling. Look, bombing hospitals, schools, civilians. We're seeing this. Hundreds are being killed now. UN itself has come out and condemned this, that this is a war crime.
Do you think Russia can be part of the solution of our Syrian problem?
Well, since they've been engaged now, they have not been part of the solution. They have made the problem worse. And I think they've made the solution also further away. So I think they need to step back and need to work together with the international community.